Which side is better? This side? Or... Ooh. I like this side's better. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another video, another installment in my 365-day YouTube journey. I thought today we'd do something a little bit simpler and answer some frequently asked questions about Korea. Now, I first arrived in Korea back in 2011 and have been living here on and off since, so I feel like I am qualified to answer some of these questions. Now, I'm not claiming to be any kind of expert. My answers are purely based off of my experiences here, so take them with a grain of salt. And if you have your own experiences in Korea that you'd like to share, leave them down in the comments below. All right, but yeah, let's jump right into this. When is the best time to visit South Korea? Let's see. It really all depends. Personally, I think that fall is the best season here. So I would say between October and December are going to be your best times to visit. Spring is pretty good as well. Somewhere between April and May. I would try to avoid coming in winter and summer unless you're a glutton for punishment and you love either freezing your appendages off or sweating out of glands you didn't even know you had. But yeah, so if you're looking to come to Korea, try to visit in fall or spring. What mobile apps are useful for tourists in Korea? Okay, first, Papago. It's a very useful translation app. Second, Naver Maps. It's Korea's version of Google, and it works a lot better than Google Maps here. It has a nifty subway map for all of the major cities, and it works in Korean, and generally it's gotten better at working in English too as well. If you're trying to find an address to a restaurant, cafe, or your hotel. Number 3 is going to be Kakao Taxi. You might have to download Kakao Talk, which is their instant messenger app, to make an account for that you can use to order a taxi. But yeah, it's basically just a convenient way to get around the city if you don't want to take the bus or subway system, even though those are cheaper and a lot more convenient. By the way, if I've missed any useful Korean apps, please feel free to list them down in the comments below. Kakao also has its own map app similar to Naver Maps, and they're both pretty useful, and you can basically pick either or if you are in Korea and want to find directions somewhere. Speaking of getting around easily in South Korea, I would also highly recommend you pick up a transportation card. You can usually find these at most convenience stores. Basically, it'll just save you a bunch of hassle and even a bit of money too as well. What kind of jobs can foreign nationals get in South Korea? Basically anything, as long as you have the right visa and qualifications. You can generally do most things. Some of the most common jobs are English teaching. If you are from a native speaking country like the United States, Canada, the UK, Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, there are people who work in entertainment, such as myself. Construction and labor are very common too as well. Farm work, factory work. Although I would be a little bit cautious and do a little bit of research about those kind of jobs before you apply to them if that's something you're interested in. If you're on a working holiday visa, you can work in cafes, restaurants, bars, that's generally just kind of like your typical like part-time, job. Convenience stores as well. You do generally have to have a fair understanding of Korean to do those kind of jobs, since you will be interacting with the public a lot more. You can also work remotely in Korea with something called a digital nomad visa. I'm not entirely sure about all the qualifications for that one, but you can check out the immigration website and see for yourself. Is Korea a pleasant place to live as a foreigner? Overall, I would say yes. It's very safe here. It's convenient and easy to get around. It's not too expensive. There are pros and cons, of course, like any country. The work culture here can be a little bit crazy, and you're kind of always generally going to be a foreigner here. It doesn't really matter if you've been here 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Even if you speak fluent Korean, you're still always going to be looked at as a foreigner. That's just something that you have to get comfortable with and understand. For me though, the pros have definitely outweighed the cons, otherwise I wouldn't have lived here for so long. Why have you lived in Korea for so long, and has it been worth it? That's a tough one to answer. I think I'm gonna leave the first half of that for another video that I can talk more in depth about. But as for the second half, has it been worth it? Yes. The amount of memorable and cool opportunities that I've had here over the years. I've gotten to be in K-dramas, I've gotten to be in K-pop music videos, I've gotten to be on radio, TV, feature films, Netflix. I even did mocap for a video game. So yeah, I've had some pretty awesome experiences here and gotten to meet so many fun and interesting people from all around the world that I honestly don't think I would have been able to meet had I stayed back home in Canada. So I would say, yeah, overall it's been worth it. Are there things I could do without? Sure. Same with anybody. Do I miss my family? Absolutely. Every day. But I do feel that it has been worth it. Anyways, I think that's a good place to leave it for now. If you have any questions of your own, please leave them down in the comments below, and I might get to them in a future video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is the most redundant shirt. I mean, all you had to do was look behind me to see that my mom took Tylenol while she was pregnant with me.